Still to come, Morris here now with the sport.
That's right. Curling is the sport of the moment, isn't it? Great Britain's favourite game, and for the viewers at home, probably what they don't want to see, but myself and NAGA are going to give it a go a little later on, which will be interesting.
Exciting.
I don't know about you, but I reckon that's David Attenborough's best work.
Fantastic.
He's really good, isn't he? But here to explain a bit more about curling and what things are really cool, because it's not a walnut, is it? Here, Adrian, Meikle, the Wales skip and coach, and his daughter Charlotte. Guys, it's fantastic to see you here.
Nice
to see
it's
you.
really, I mean, just tell us about what you've seen, Adrian, because as a Great British active curler, it must be a fantastic watch to see what's going on in Sochi.
It's so exciting for us to watch, you know, and so many games have gone to the last stone. It's a real, you know, I personally find it a lot easier to play than to watch. It's very nerve-wracking, but fantastic to see.
And what about you, Charlotte? Because Great Britain's gold medal in Salt Lake City, you would have only been, what, 1 year old? So probably not something you can remember, but even your head, the Great Britain skip, did say, didn't she, that that victory inspired her to get to gold. So what have you seen and what's inspired you to do? Because it's been fantastic, hasn't it?
Well, I'd love to start competing like Eve. Obviously, I don't think I'd be able to get to the Winter Olympics because, well, that's like massive.
You got to
Don't
dream
say
big.
that.
You've got
Never
to dream
say
big,
that.
right?
You dream big and you'll get there, because she at one point was just like you, thinking I want to get there, and so you tried it out, and
Yeah.
was it an easy thing to pick up? Did
wasn't
you have
easy
lots
to
of
start
mates
with.
saying they were keen, or just going, really, no, I'm not interested in this?
Well, I started because of family, and it's a great sport for family to start because it's for all ages, really.
You're going to have to explain it all.
Yeah.
We're both itching to get our hands
yeah.
on the stone. We've been trying to persuade the bosses to let us have a little shot.
Yeah, we should point out we haven't got ice here in the studio.
No ice, but the aim of the game is to obviously get your stone closest to the red dot in the middle of the target. That's it. Non-contact sport.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Mostly. Charlie was asking about sledging earlier. Does that happen? Because you see them, you know, armed with the brooms, ready to push someone else's stone out the way.
Maybe, but I mean, and some of the
Little
players have
sneaky
some
work.
very trick slides that you can see, you know, spins and twirls and things.
So what's the trick? You need to be strong, because you're tiny and these stones are heavy, and we saw both Charlie and I were struggling earlier.
Yeah.
What's the trick to it?
Well, the great thing is that you don't have to lift them. You'll notice that the curlers only actually slide them along the ice. So the weight is actually an advantage to help the stone slide along, and the momentum of the stone comes really from the.
So the other thing I noticed as well is when they push it off, right? So they go and they push it off. They're looking straight down that line, aren't they?
They are.
But when it goes, they give it a little twist.
That's it.
What's that about?
It's the rotation of the stone that gives it its curling direction. It will either curl to the right or towards the left, depending upon which way you spin it.
So then you jump in when it's moving, and when can I grab this? So you grab this, and if I say it was moving that way,
Yeah.
over there towards Charlie, and I started doing this way, what would that do? What would that make the stone do? So it's travelling that
So
way.
if you're sweeping hard in front of the stone, what it'll do is reduce the friction. So that has two effects. One is that it'll actually keep it travelling further, so you'll see them sweeping it to get it close to the middle. Or the other effect that it'll have is it'll keep it straighter. So when you see them playing these complex angled takeouts and so on, they're looking to hit a stone in a precise spot, and the sweeping helps to control that.
And the other question that we wanted to know is about strategy, because what Great Britain have started doing, well, they start their ends a lot of the time with setting up these guards.
Yeah, they don't even
don't
put them in the circle, do they?
So what is the best strategy if you're going to win an end and win a curling match? How does it work?
Okay, well, so whether you're playing guards would usually depend if you're trying to come from behind. And we've seen David Murdoch play guards to great effect in some of the games where he's been behind. And what the aim of the guard is to protect your stones from being taken out.
Let's start again.
Would that ever work?
Well,
Yeah.
go ahead.
There you go.
They need to work out all of the different possibilities, because they're always trying to think ahead. Very much a team decision as well, you know. And the skip himself doesn't always see all of the possibilities. So the team have to buy into the decision when it's particularly important.
Can I just give this a practical go? Because as we've seen them pushing off, as I said, you see them with their back leg really far behind them. I'm going to make sure that these trousers don't split, because they're a little tight in some areas.
You didn't have too many donuts last night.
No, I made sure of that. But they've got their legs lunged out between them, and
Lunged
then
out.
this out as a support. Is that right?
This sort of sits on their back like so, and it's just a gentle balancing aid.
Wow.
A bit like a man on a balance beam uses.
Can I tell you how unsturdy exactly? I'm feeling
No,
right
you've
now?
got to be really strong, haven't you?
One quick nugget of information. This will please my producer back in sport. Is it true that all of the world's collection of stones, curling stones, are only made in Scotland and Wales?
Yes, they could be made from Welsh granite or they could be made from Scottish granite. And the majority are made from Scottish granite, which comes from the Isle of Ailsa Craig.
Wow. OK, there's a little nugget for you.
Very quickly, do you think they'll make the shoes any prettier? They're not so great, are they? They're not so pretty. Thank you so much.
I'm
No doubt
going to
you'll
give
be
those to
watching.
you because it's a lot more suited to you than me. But yeah,
Indeed. Thanks for giving
Charlotte
us a
and
go.
Adrian, thank you so much for coming in and enjoy the rest of the competition.
Thank you very much.
Let's get back to Charlie.
Very good, guys. Thank you very much.